It seems like FaZe may have used up too much of their energy on Train, as Mirage ends up going the way of NiP. They stand strong in the face of defeat, and they take us to a third map, which will be Inferno. On Mirage, NiP look comfortable, they look confident, and they certainly seemed one step ahead of FaZe Clan here. And now this series really will deliver. We were scared going into this that it could have just been FaZe coming out all guns blazing, but I gotta say once again, right, Twist, he's able to pull off some amazing heroics.
Yeah, the entirety of NiP played well. I think Hampus, we got to give him some credit. We haven't talked that much about him, right? Because he's just supposed to be the in-game leader. He's just supposed to come in and get these stars performing. But look at the scoreboard right here. Hampus sitting with the highest ADR on the server by quite a margin, 106.5. That is some pretty good job done by him. Agree, Twist having a good game as well. Nork having a great game. I think overall, NiP's CT side was better than I expected. You know, they lost the pistol round. They didn't they didn't break them in the follow-up second round. So they went down 3-0. Still got away with 9 rounds on a CT side. Mirage, quite impressive to me. I think NiP played well here, and I think FaZe Clan, a little bit disappointing, but also I think if there was one map Olofmeister actually had a big impact on, it would have been Mirage, especially on the CT side. He was always good performing on that one.
Now, yeah, Maniac,
I agree with
you were saying
this part, yeah. No, I just want to say the Olofmeister part from Jacob is actually really, really relevant. Like Olofmeister on the catwalk position was one of his positions by far.
Now, you were saying, right, that NiP had FaZe sweating a little bit here. So what have you got for us this time around?
Oh, you want me to go into the statistics? You want me to go into the rounds? Yeah, we can do that, obviously. I'm super happy to do that. I wanted to show you a gun rounds that NiP maneuvered beautifully. So this is round number 20. As you can see on the scoreline, they're already in a pretty good position. We'll see Nico opening up the party with a kill onto Nog. And now on the side of NiP, we just go on with the round. Take it easy, nice and slow. Rez is actually going to go for the duels onto Rain. Inside the A-Ram, there you have it. The flick is absolutely super beautiful. And now begins the winning game. Now actually, in a weird way, this is where it gets interesting because NiP, they put FaZe under pressure. They don't move. Look at the clock. It's 1:20. I can move forward just a little bit. Now it's 1 minute and still nothing have happened. They're just waiting. They know a reaction has to come. And there you have it. There's the reaction. Broky's coming in CT spawn. He's trying to understand what the hell is happening. And this is the cue that Hampus needed. He's going to make a beautiful move onto Coldzera out of the server now. The Molotov flies in. The flash. Broky is in the worst world of his life. He's going to get taken down. And just like it, a scenario that was a 4 versus 4 is beautifully maneuvered by NiP. We can move over now to the viewer's perspective, the player's perspective, to see a little bit how it played out, because these were the very interesting part for me. There you have the Rez headshot onto Rain, absolutely beautiful. Then the move from Hampus. Look at this koala, look at this panda, just on the box, there you have it. Corzer's out, the Molotov is gonna fly onto Broky. By the way, I think he's flashed at the same time. I'm gonna have confirmation right here. Oh, actually he was zoomed in, he probably did not realize he was flashed. But a good round, a good reaction for NiP. I really like the calmness that they had. They took their time, they made FaZe sweat, and they got him.
Now we're going on to Inferno, though, guys. And this is where it could be the true 50-50 in this, right? We don't know what we're going to get because FaZe has some up and down results with it. NiP can deliver at times. This is now, even the odds are saying it, this is going to be closer than close. Now, Pimp, I'm going to start with you. Are you sticking with your guns in? You think FaZe is going to be able to close this out now? Or are you starting to worry?
I mean, I have to stick with FaZe Clan. I guess when you say A, you gotta say B. And if there's one thing I don't want, it's Axel in the production to be right about this one. So I'm gonna stick to FaZe Clan. But I agree with you. This is a 50-50. It's gonna be close, right? NiP, they've been looking good so far. Beating Vitality yesterday, that was great. FaZe Clan, on the other hand, wasn't really looking that impressive. They lost 16-5 against Big last time they played. So hopefully they've been putting in some practice, and hopefully they're able to give NiP a fight here and win it out. So I don't have to listen to all the Swedes out there saying that I'm an idiot.
And me and Maniac, of course.
I stick with my guns. Honestly, NiP, they've showed me enough. Everyone in the roster seems to be activated. You talked about Twist in the opening kills. We talked about Hampus. All the ingredients are together for another decisive win for NiP.
Well, we're kicking it to a break once again, but when we come back, it will be the decider between these two teams. FaZe Clan, they've got to give it more than what we saw on Mirage, as NiP are coming in hot. We'll see you guys after the break.
FaZe Clan take Train 16-9. NiP bounce back on Mirage with a 16-8. And now somehow we are left with Inferno on the docket. Launders, I'm not quite sure what to expect at this point because I thought the individuals of FaZe were just going to stampede through that second map, and that was not the case.
Yeah, Inferno, the best third map that you could possibly ask for. And these two teams have a very interesting history. If we look at two of FaZe's last matches, they lost them. One was a terrible loss to Big Clan 16-5, as was brought up by Pimp. And then NiP, on the other hand, have won both of their last matches, even though they were kind of close, like an OT versus ENCE, and a better win, I think, versus Vitality. So it's up in the air because we know that we're not getting that same Bimus as we did when they played against Big. And so hopefully with his form up, we get a closer match and a better Inferno overall and a happier interview with coldzera, who's been great even in the losers interview, by the way. I'd like to shout out coldzera for being so open and honest about the team, even when, you know, he's had to do it. He's done it with a smile on his face in these losers interviews. Pretty cool.
Going to be the B site tested to start off the pistol. NiKo blind, just tapping through that narrow angle, finding the headshot versus Hampus. Brokey, he's going to do his best impression, also dealing damage through these smokes. So a 5 versus 4 retake on the B site. They already have that banana control. 3 CTs dogpiling upon one another as Plopsky sits inside of the smoke. It finally fades. He dies to Brokey. It's not going too well for the T's. It's all on Twist, and he's down. 1 frag in the pistol for NiP. It's FaZe Clan on the board first.
We had a friendly bet before the game between Maniac and Pimp on who would top frag, and I would like to get your thoughts on this too. I think for Pimp, he said Knock and NiKo, and Maniac said Knock and who was it? So, Knock and no, it wasn't coldzera. Axel, our producer, said coldzera, and I can't remember. You said coldzera, Maniac? Okay. And yeah, Maniac says coldzera. Okay, thank you, Maniac. So, but you know what? After that conversation, I realized there's potential for everybody here. You know, we saw that last map from Hampus, who was by far and away the best player. Like, not even, it wasn't even really close. Just over 180 yards. You could see the impact every single round, and it really makes you wonder. Now we know Twist is extremely clutch on this map, so he's my pick. But I get the knock lean. I really do.
I think it's fair to expect big things from him. Flashbang for BMAS. Sent into the apartments on a dangerous mission, but he extracts with full HP. And we're going to have the T's commit here on short. So 5 players for the Ninjas, all trying to head into this bomb site where Brokey looks to hold, but it's the flying MAC-10s that prove to be too much. And that well, at best, coldzera inside of the pit. So his single kill, despite there being substantial damage on 2 to 3 of these other players for NiP, is enough. They just clear that A site with absolute aggression, and they bounce back after losing pistol. We're tied at 1 round apiece.
I'm big on that front smoke execute that they use, and that's one of the scariest places you can take, of course, the lane and the halls. But because of the smoke sectioning off the site, Moto, front site, they allowed themselves to isolate both fights really well. And I mean, jumping right into their faces with the SMGs, kind of all you need. Tough situation for FaZe in that spot, dropping round number 2 to a very mixed bag in terms of the buy, but a very formidable execute. I mean, you almost cannot blame FaZe for losing in that spot. It's not like they had bad positions played. They were only maybe lacking on some information, but needed to at least get a kill apiece. But the utility really pressed the advantage for NiP there. And on this round, it's a situation where they're thinking about the counter force. They're investing on a couple of players. coldzera's the only person, who's gone down to 0 basically. They recycled the M4 on NiKo. They're still scary into this round. 4 sets of armor. But we saw what NiP did last round with all that utility in their favor.
Deep banana control for Rain. He's going to redeploy a smoke and hope that 5Ts don't decide to come charging through it, especially as he burns off half the magazine of MP9. But no, they fall back. So they got the info, and now they want to maybe cheat back over towards the A site. If they do it fast enough, then maybe they get ahead of this rush, but it will be a mirrored image from the last round. Ninjas, same stuff, different attempt. They're going to walk right in. Rez clears that second player, so he's gotten both of the headshots, but he also has the bomb. Nico able to add one to the tally for the CT side, but he is pinned into Moto, and he needs to leave. It's the two weapons still up for FaZe Clan. MP9, nice quick headshot versus Twist. Maybe that's enough to stick to this. It looks like Rain will gamble his life away. Just the MP9 to lose, but that M4 too valuable. So Nico is gone, and so is this third round. Gone to the way of ninjas.
I think there were one smoke less on this execute, but it was really still so scary. I mean, their timing is nice. I've seen this execute from NiP a few times, and it's been off and on. It's always scary, of course, to go up lane before getting information or a kill, but they're punishing this passive setup from the CTs. As we can see, two players dying within the site, one dying at Moto on the other side of a smoke trying to boost. And that's the path of least resistance for NiP. No one's spamming through a smoke at Arch. No one's taking the fight at Boiler from lane. And NiP can get away with it once again. Love to see how this would work on the full buy. Don't know if NiP are going to try it again, but open route onto the site, wrapping and pressing their advantage again with some good flashbangs, one from Twist, I think, there, and just great spacing overall. So FaZe in a very similar situation, almost to what they were in last round, with the recycled, grandfathered in M4 on Nico and Rain's MP9. They'll go for an early peek. They don't do all of the banana presence, so maybe Nico thinks that he can catch one person off guard. But NiP are fully prepared.
Yep. And then immediately they deploy the double Molotov. They flash into the bomb site. So they're trying to keep up the pressure with this initial kill. You know, there's a world where there's a rotator coming over, but that really isn't the case. FaZe Clan have instead decided to, off of that first death, stack up on the A site. Now, considering that the ninjas have come to A in both of their successful rounds, maybe they anticipate that they'll try it a third time. But with that early kill at B and then the continuity of ninjas moving in, the bomb does get recalled to the proper site. They dodge this stack up. So even losing that one player is not the end of the day for NiP. They even leave a player in position towards apartments and knock. Maybe he can claw back that lost FAMAS.
Yeah, I was thinking if he was going to go and try to sit on it inside the halls, but yeah, he lets it go really, and is just thinking about retake positions, which is kind of interesting. He might be opened up to get more kills than he could if he had sat there and taken a fight.
Yeah, look at this.
Wants to close the distance a little bit with the MAC-10. Yeah, it's good enough. Controls the spray. Not enough to get both kills, but yeah, Rain low. They'll recover the FAMAS. Deeks here. The exit you'd assume would be towards Banana, but they're going to go ahead and push this Deagle.
Yeah, nice position from Brokey here on top of the well. Not one you see too often. And as the bomb pops, nice. They deal with Rain. He was that last chance saloon for FaZe Clan. So 3 in a row for the ninjas, but we do have the CTs back on a bye.
Yeah, good amount of damage so far. It's 12 kills here for FaZe Clan in the first 4 rounds, which is definitely nice. It's still, you can see the money is honest here for NiP. So we'll get another full execute, or sorry, we'll have the potential for another full execute as NiP have way more utility. FaZe will struggle potentially to hold down Banana, but we don't know if they're going to try it. It looks like they've opted in for the passive setup this time around. Rain, M4 to push up. I think he's maybe waiting for a flash here. Oh, he's dropping a nade and falling back. I like how fast NiP are moving on this round, not second-guessing the fact that they've been giving top Banana.
Ooh, yeah, they're going to go right in. Feeling that space that they had for free last round. They don't even need the opening kill to decide to commit. It's the all-in from the ninjas. The bomb plant goes down, 2 casualties stacked up, and yet again, FaZe, the rest of their team is nowhere nearby. So NiP just not pausing whatsoever here, Launders, charging straight through, and it looks fantastic.
I mean, it's great, yeah. Like, why, you know, again, you'd be a fool not to invite yourself into a free Banana, right? You're going to take that top Banana control, move into the execute. It just makes a lot of sense. It might fail sometimes, but look, you get the 2 kills. Rotation is way too far for the CTs. You're punishing the fact that FaZe have played full passive on these setups. And here's the thing. For NiP in their last 2 matches, they've had 8-7-1/2 on the CT side versus ENCE, and then I think a 9-6 in their other win versus Vitality. So they lean a little bit heavier towards the CT side and already are starting off hot here on T side. No signs of slowing down. It's cool to see they've cleaned it up. You can actually viscerally feel the improvements from the last couple of times that they played, and the confidence seems very high Kind of nuts, all of this considered coming out of the first map.
Right, that first map seemed so lopsided. Let's see if we can get that flash of talent out of FaZe Clan that they definitely had on the opening map. You know, they made a mistake or two, but bygones be bygones.
Flash to the half wall, yeah. Push Rain back. He's alone. And we haven't seen NiP switch sites too often. This time, it looks like it might be the move. 2-3 here for FaZe. Op moving over towards B. So somehow A is much less fortified. Of course, an arch smoke blows up this spot entirely. That will go down. CT's looking for the boost. What does the boost find?
Oh, nothing but some resistance. Twist. Man, he peeks right into that one. And Nico, he's got to dodge the grenade or else, yeah, he's done for. All the while, Rez, he's entry over towards Banana as well. So it's just Rain on the Deagle here, holding off at B. BMAS in pit at A. With no bomb being picked up by NiP right now, they do still have the options. And it looks like they want to pinch this Deagle player before somebody doubles back with bomb. Unless Knock.
Yeah.
Can you get the entry just beneath him? Easy. Oof. So now
can we get that perspective from Twist? I'd like to see if he like hard cleared that boost or if he just adjusted when swinging on Arch, because it felt like, looking from the CT's perspective, that he got hard cleared. But you know, that's kind of nuts to clear a boost like that. You don't see that boost all the time. Oh wow, he really does. Yeah, he looks for it kind of instantly here, and of course gets the second kill on Nico after doing some residual damage through the smoke with that spray. Pretty exciting stuff here for NiP.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, looking for a couple seconds advantage on that run boost.
Just crowd surfing his way down.
Look at this pressure up mid. Oh, op shot missed. This is huge. Brokey has to pull back through a CT smoke. Yeah, they do not stop the T's. This is tough spot for Bimis.
And he's going to go ahead and cut one off at the apartments. There was like 6 Molotovs just burning across the map, but BMAS, he's been able to get that second kill. So 3 versus 5. Ninjas on the back foot and Nico behind them. He's going to round this corner right into the head of Flopsky. He throws the bomb up onto the hay bales, and BMAS coming in big. A 3-piece from the apartments to start. Knock. He's going to line up 2 bodies. He still has lots of health, but BMAS is done with him. 4 frags in 1 round. A second on the board for FaZe.
Yeah, welcome. 29 to 83 ADR in that 1 round alone. All 3 kills. He had everything to do. His teammates were smoked out. I mean, he was left alone on this island in the apartments. Had to put up all 3 kills. Beautiful stuff. I mean, he had to put up 2. Knock, to be fair, you know, 1v5 situation, but yeah, played his spot to perfection, denied the possibility for a plant. Yeah, and his heroics are the reason that we have a little bit more faith now in FaZe on this map.
Yep.
We're not going to see that performance versus Big. It's going to be largely in part due to BMAS putting in some more work, I'm sure. Yeah, good grenade.
Not too bad. Nico.
Hey, it helps him get the kill, too.
Yeah, he shaves off Hampus to start this round, so Fire forces the feet forward. Nico's flashbang going high. Does he want to play off of this? He's got 2 players behind him, so yeah, they're going to try to disrupt this setup. Rain, he's meant to set the flash, but they take down Brokey first. Nico, he's going to extend as that flash pops right in the faces of the Ninjas. He lays down his own smoke to give him a chance at exiting, to give him a chance at going for more. He doesn't want the exit. He kicks in the front door, and Ninjas, they're going to lose another. FaZe Clan, 3 rounds to 5.
Waving the fofo. That was sick. That was sick. I mean, this couldn't have worked out better. Even dodges the flash, looking forward. I mean, he could have been turned around in preparation, but instead made sure to take advantage of every second, like, just in case the push came out, abusing that kill, turning from the flash, grabbing the next one. Amazing stuff from Nico, of course, as we always expect. And now NiP will have to respect the tempo a bit, slowing it down, working a bit harder for the map control. FaZe Clan are taking them to that next level of effort.
Get a bit of a stagnant round. Finally a chance to maybe catch their breath, because honestly, we'd had some really fast rounds. I'm still shocked by the speed, the tenacity of that one mid hit from the Ninjas. But knowing that the economy is all on the line, I'm down with them to go back into a more tempered aggression.
Still, FaZe in this setup, they are inviting in all options and are weak to rotations. Brokey got neutralized the last time around. He was holding on to Arch. Dropped the shot. Wasn't an easy shot, but still. It looks like NiP, yeah, they're back to old ways.
Ooh, Cold. He takes a bit of damage. He's sussing out the situation and dealing with Rez. Rez, he was cut off from the rest of his team. Brokey nearly with a chance for a shot in the apps, but instead he swings the op back and drops Hampus on Arch instead. That's good. Strong stuff for him. That allows him to just hyper-focus on lane. And Ninjas, they want to walk away. 15 seconds left over, and they do not fancy their chances of running into the A site, but even as they try to retreat, Rain's got something for them. He's going to take down one of those weapons, and it looks like 2 will survive.
They didn't. They tried something new. They wanted to, I feel like they opened up the ability to go for that lane hit once again. They even established ad top bracket with the B players inside the site. I mean, they did everything they were supposed to, but then as soon as they drop one frag, it turns into some kind of really disjointed default. The lurks come out. They end up getting picked off. Brokey had the opportunity to get the Hall's kill as well as the Arch kill, which is obviously a bad sign for NiP. The repeated flashes from coldzera into lane helped a lot. Leading by Exampus, Hampus has now had 8 1.3 plus rating Mirage games in 2020 so far. Wow, that's, yeah, I mean, 1.3 rating. That is nothing to scoff at. And for those who missed it, of course, Hampus over 180 R on Mirage just now. Well, that's a very cool stat line. And again, to talk about the individuals on Inferno, we've seen them all do so well on this map. It's a really friendly map, I think, to most of the talent in the server. And of course, Bimus having a better day. So the match pause is called, and I wonder what happens if NiP try that full lane execute again that they did in those first few rounds in that situation where they got all the map control they wanted to. Throwing the plans out the window seemed to make it look way too easy for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, FaZe really thriving in some of the chaos. Oh, man down. God, imagine just standing there with all your friends and suddenly someone drops dead.
Yeah.
Ugh. Nobody's even checking on him.
Wood.
It's a scary sign of things that are to potentially come their way. Ninjas, not everybody firing off on full weapons this round. They sure as hell have full utility, but we do have 3 pistol players in the mix.
Yeah, they shelf banana for a second. CT's moving down completely silent. Haven't wasted any grenades just yet. Now the smoke comes out, but this is pretty big for FaZe, holding on to this many grenades. As we can see, Nico and Rain both have their incendiaries left with bottom banana control. That's an incredible luxury. They can fortify A. And of course, we're looking at NiP on a force up. They only have 2 good guns to work with.
Close position for Twist. No CT's gonna walk into him. coldzera ready to respond to all of it. Wow, good flashbang from Brokey. And it is 3 kills up for the CTs. Man advantage for the defense. Brokey, his position known. And some shots swinging by, but Rain arrives and Brokey blows his brains out. That is FaZe Clan with a 5th. And they seem to be getting a hold, an understanding as to how to deal with this A hit that got Ninjas on the board to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, the lane flashes have been perfect from Brokey to help out coldzera. coldzera, deserves just as much credit for understanding the timings as Brokey does for throwing them. It's not like a hard flash to throw, but yeah, they've been seamless about this, and Brokey's hands are never tied up in those situations. coldzera always knows when he needs them, and that synergy is working out quite well. So now NiP will have to take a backseat in this round. They're starting to drop off a bit. They had one sketchy round so far, lots of great T rounds to look back on, but FaZe, they've been relatively consistent. They've dealt with threats, they've adapted, and
on the money. See if the T's try to clamber back into this one. Rain, he is ready for it. We get some Deagle shots popping off, but it's that solo Deagle left up for the Ninjas. I love this aggression coming out of FaZe Clan, just flexing the utility advantage, blowing a hole open down Banana, and then following through with quick executions. Sure, they've taken some damage here, but not a single casualty racking up versus FaZe Clan. This is going to be great for the money, great for the momentum, and honestly, great for the scoreline. They've got Ninjas stalled at 5.
well, he'll give it his best shot. 5 alive. NiKo 10-4. Reset. No op here. A twist. Yeah, no, he's got it. Okay. So now, like, there's a couple of options. If they try, I wonder if they want to try to punish FaZe for taking that banana control early. Because, again, it feels like FaZe, they're audacious enough to try to walk out onto the half wall. And I wonder if they're just going to try to attempt that again. They've got the op passive, which is nice, because they can keep information here safely and see if they can perform a walkout again. Holding grenades seems to be their prerogative.
The grenade that paid off last round does nothing this time. What's piqued your interest?
Well, the nade goes over. They peek the half wall, so they've got some information top banana. Whoa, nade's off by a small margin. It's supposed to go to oranges, of course, so not meant to land where NiKo's standing.
Yeah, he's currently positioned here on the front steps. Whoa, he is tucked into the corner. He's got bare bones cover. And if there was any extension there from the Ninjas, he could have been just dead in no man's land. He body blocks the smoke ever so slightly. There are still 3 CTs here on the site, and 50 seconds left over. Bomb back and spawn. We get this additional volley of utility being thrown over the A site. So Ninja's just trying to fake presence over on A while they do double back to the B site. So this is it. This is going to be the commitment with 30 seconds left over. Nope, but that smoke's still up in the face of NiP. Rain, deep emo, Cold Zero right in front of him. NiKo as well, trying to play over towards the new box. They have the element of surprise. They don't know the numbers, and Rain's doing it all on his own for the time being. Now NiKo's op coming into the play, coming into fruition. As he drops another smoke down in front of him, he's just burning it all down with the timing. 10 seconds left. Twist and Hampus trying to find a solution, but the answer's not there. FaZe Clan, 7 rounds to 5.
That was so damn perfect from NiKo. You know, even the wall bang to show us that he knows exactly where the fights are coming from. You couldn't have asked for better utility usage there. He made his presence last known. They didn't even know about the second emo guy. That guy hadn't even peaked yet. So there were so many outs for FaZe to win in this round. And again, no incendiaries for those 2 very important positions at the back of B for NiP to take. So they expel a lot of their utility early on. It ends up costing them late into the round. FaZe doing a good job of kind of starving them out. And again, they're doing a great job of holding grenades.
Straight into them. Ooh, the second. A quick scope in from NiKo, but a quick couple of kills back for the pistols. It seems like Ninjas are just going to try to throw themselves against this B site, and luckily for them, there is no third player hiding in the corners this time around, but they still seem a little hesitant. They slow down ever so slightly. Excellent flashbang coming through from Spawn, but Cold, he can't make the most of it. Knock brings him back, and while bomb's still not planted, they anticipate a bit more aggression out of the CTs. And both are here. We've got Brokey tucked back behind pillars. It's him and BMAS in the 2 versus 3. The utility thrown forward, and the molly flushes nothing out. Rez is right there. Just a little bit more of a peek.
Oh my
Brokey,
God.
he takes his elbow straight off. Now it's an actual health advantage over top of Knock, and Twist doesn't actually have a real gun to play with. He's on the other side of the smoke, and Brokey nearly calls him out. They're trying to focus forward, but they deal with the flank first and foremost. Here comes Knock, back in with the first, but BMAS trades. He's got the kit. He's going to jump right on top of it. It comes pretty close, but he's got it. This is FaZe's 8.
So beautiful from Brokey. He knew exactly where those fights were going to be, each of them. It's so cool to see that, like, trying to bait out the smoke fight, turning back after he thinks that he's forgotten about it. Yeah, no problem. I mean, even in response to just the footsteps there. And Rez, he was so careful on that angle. And this is after a really scary situation where they drop the op to the guys in the post plant, plus Rain doesn't get his other kill after Nico gets 2, second one with a no-scope on top of it. And okay. Well, Nico, he tries for it. He had the spawn. Incendiary calls him out. I think a spot of damage helps him die more quickly. And this is maybe the advantage that NiP need to win around at this point, because FaZe definitely look a lot better now. And now we're starting to see a mirror image. NiP struggling a little bit more on their T side, even though they started off strong.
Nice. coldzera. This is I want to say a first. We haven't seen many moments where there's the double peek in apartments. We've had BMAS there alone at times, trying to hold off the numbers. But that deeper position from coldzera serves as an excellent way to take that second kill. Now Rain, he's going to be on the top of oranges. He has 3 Ts moving past him. An excellent flash. No, excuse me. It's actually Rez blinding his teammate ever so slightly. So define excellent. Not quite. Flashback. This time it does blind the Opper, but coldzera saw him for sure. Takes Rez off of the top box, and now it's Twist 1v3. The entirety of FaZe Clan coming in from their spawn. He hears the footsteps on the closest part of the site, and he wins the first fight, but he loses so much of his health that he should never finish this clutch. And as he goes for the smoke spam, BMAS puts shots back through it. This is FaZe with a 9th.
Yeah, he really gives it his best shot there, but FaZe, I mean, they look good. They actually gave up that opening kill, as we saw, Nico going for the alt peek, but as you mentioned, it's the double push in the halls that we haven't seen so far this half that allows them to sneak back into it. And yeah, the hold is just good enough. The retake is even better. B retakes have been pretty solid so far from FaZe Clan from what we've seen. And now we're into round 15, and NiP just looking for 6. After the start, you'd think they were on for at least an 8, 9 round half. But FaZe, they definitely look good.
Look at the utility. All right. They're going to go for this round again. They're going to charge right along to Arch. coldzera in from the corner. Gets that second kill. Drops the bomb in front of him. And this should make for a hell of an difficult mid-round for Ninjas. They do blow coldzera out of the corner. So that's something. Alleviates a little bit of pressure. And with a smoke in the face of Brokey, they get that bomb back. But here's Rain up from mid, cutting it off a second time as BMAS activates down the lane. Hampus turns back around. He wants to call out this peek, which he will, but the op shot from Brokey's enough. Doubling the score up, FaZe Clan 10-5 as they'll switch to the T side. Please join us after the break.
Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down. I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. 'Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now, and then I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, 'cause I got no day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. When they tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, it's hard until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now, and then I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, 'cause I got no problems, problems. 'Cause I got no problems, problems. 'Cause I got no problems, problems. Do you feel a little down? Say it. No problems. Let you in, but you out. Sing it. No problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Had none I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now.
FaZe Clan string a hell of a round count together, and they've doubled up the score of Ninjas in Pajamas as they take to the T side of Inferno. A 1.13 odds for FaZe Clan to close this series, each team securing their opponent's map choice. It's been a wild affair that got us here, and now there's one half left. Never forget, elimination on the line, so pressure is mounting for the Ninjas.
They're looking forward to CT side, but they definitely normally have a slightly better T side to fall back on. So here, the pressure is really, really on this pistol. 3 CT setup could be good. They're kind of good spots to stop this hold. FaZe. They've got nades though. Yeah, where's this molly go? This might separate one of the three.
Seems to burn Twist out of his position, and he was lining up some counter utility. So he's going to go ahead and throw that flash out. It's going to activate Knock, looking for headshots. Plopsky also in with one. That flash with 2 assists already, and Plopsky's position just so pinned down at the moment. The T's, they get their feet close to the bomb site, but they definitely don't get on it because Ninjas are on one. Oh my goodness, what a pistol. It was nothing but headshots.
Yeah, it was actually a good strat from both sides. I mean, the setup is right for a B site hold, but then the utility from the T side made things alarming for the CTs to hold. The Molotov coming in, the flashes in pretty good spots. But yeah, everybody hitting their shots. And once that Molotov extinguishes, of course, Twist is back in the fight and they couldn't get the other 2 kills. So let's see if this version of NiP can conjure up their own version of magic, because they've got a hell of a road back to winning, but they at least get the pistol to ease things up. And FaZe, since they didn't get a plant, they aren't buying 5 Glocks. Money making round here for NiP.
There's some. It's the Rez and Hampus Wombo combo inside of the apartments. Little left and right peek gets the 5v4. Now the walk up on middle for FaZe Clan. Working with just the Glocks. Will they get a single kill? Seems possible. Knock, he's been taken to 47 HP. He's got a teammate in front of him to protect, of course, and Rez. Oh my god, he's got no cover, but he manages to survive. His teammates bail him out of a sticky situation. Ninjas convert successfully.
I've actually found that pillar so frustrating. Like on CG side, it's so powerful, but it's so annoying to try to entry up from mid and have to spam through that. Like, you waste a lot of bullets doing 4 or 5 damage on shots trying to chip through the stone. And if someone doesn't peek you, well, you got to pre-fire. There's no point. But yeah, now NiP within 3. Instant buy up. Nades go both ways. He's separated from their friends. Smoke down in mid as well to try to dissuade any mid pop, but it looks like it's coming, whether they like it or not. Yep. Oh my god, the flash is fantastic.
Nice timing. It's going to be Nico to get both of those first 2 kills. Rez pressured behind the box. He's got the element of surprise on Rain. There's a good headshot, and he follows it up with the kill onto BMAS. He has primed his last 2 teammates to come in on the retake. And FaZe Clan using a bit too much utility there, double smoking the same position. That burns out everything they had left except the flash on Nico. But Ninjas, that's a daunting retake to even try to challenge Such a good attempt there from Rez. He gets the first kill. He hits the headshot on the second player jumping up on default, goes and moves the crosshair before he finishes that frag to take a third one entirely. Excellent attempt, but the FaMAS leaves him a little short, and it seems like Nock's going to be the only survivor here for the Ninjas. FaZe Clan right back in control.
Yeah, for real. It was definitely a good attempt on the hold. This is Nock. I mean, he wants to save. He's going to have a couple of more targets coming his way. Oh boy, expect a swing. Oh, he doesn't even die. Wow, he actually gets a kill too. That's 2 AKs down for FaZe Clan. So they can buy up again, but yeah, it's actually very costly because of those 2 frags, and it's a dangerous gun to have into this one. But what a flash. It was just perfect for that setup specifically. No one was going to play anti-flash in that situation, sitting behind a smoke, just getting in position at the top of mid. And that is, of course, the problem with trying to trust it too much. Twist, he misses the shot, but he gets the information. Fast up alt, and now the CTs have already started to regroup.
Looks like they want to get ahead of the A hit. Ninja's making the right call for the time being. FaZe, they do face a deep smoke on Banana, so Brokey's going to double back and just kind of sniff around. Nobody deep for the Ninjas because they just hold one on CT cross, enabling this 4-man A stack.
This is quite interesting. I actually love this FaZe feeding into their fear that they might run it back. So the CTs can't stay passive here. I don't feel like FaZe are actually going to commit to B. It looks like, yeah, with the bomb still top of mid, they just want to draw a CT back. They get that in Nock. That's a big talent to be on the wrong site.
Most definitely. It alleviates pressure off of the arch side as well. It's just Twist there with the op, and he's glass cannon.
Can they pull one more?
Maybe. If they do, it would leave the last 2 Ninjas on A isolated on lane. Nico's picked up that bomb, and he groups with his 2 teammates here at the top of mid. All the while, FaZe still trying to sell this fake, but they haven't drawn that second rotator. Twist, he is still sitting inside of Arch, but it looks like he wants to move forward here. Yeah, he's going to walk in, missing his chance as Brokey gets in just in time. Now the hold from Rez and Hampus, each one getting a kill apiece, but the bomb's picked back up, and Plopsky deals with the B hit as the time still affords them a plant. FaZe Clan 2v1 post plant. Plopsky, not much to do in this one. Does he even want to chance it?
Man, he's thinking about it, but I'm with you. I don't know. I feel like he's going to turn this around if a kill doesn't come right away. Bomb timer ticked down halfway, and yeah, he's not close to a kill. And no one's coming out for free, and he can get the op from Twist if that's not taken at the very least. So,
but Brokey's walking up. Brokey's coming for the same thing, and Brokey's going to clothesline him. Yeah, that's the 12th one for FaZe.
Maybe should have grabbed it and just went instead of trying to get the kill as well, but thought he was potentially being hunted, maybe by someone on Moto. So maybe that was his version of the safest attempt on that. But man, FaZe, credit to Twist. That looked extremely convincing. Like the amount of the 2-tier execute plus a player committing to the B site plus banana control, even with top mid presence, you have to give credit to Twist for not running away from that. But when he peeks in the lane, he drops a shot and gets traded out. And that's unfortunately the round. But seriously, I feel like I wouldn't have been shocked if Ninjas decided to rotate 3 out. I think that execute looked terrifying from FaZe.
Well, versus just the pistol, NiP shouldn't look terrifying at all. I have a hunch FaZe Clan, they want to run rampant with this momentum here, but again, they'll leave bomb back, so not trying to fumble it, not trying to give the Ninjas any sort of an opening. Maybe a little wall boost will do them some good.
Yeah, anything works on a round like this.
Oh, and it's not the most perfect of smokes. Rez, he is going to find that angle over top of it. Nico, he answers back by watching the smokes, but they're coming at him from all angles. Unfortunately, it's not that well timed. It's 1 versus 1 after 1 versus 1. And Nico survives both challenges. But yeah, letting his guard down is going to enable Twist to come in from the back. Hampus has also been spotted, so they know that it's the 2 CTs still here, but that's the bomb carrier trying to run. And Twist, he gets Brokey just before he rounds the corner. Imagine that had been the bomb carrier. Instead, Rain, well, At least Brokey doesn't die in vain. They get that bomb to A.
I think it'll be another attempt where they hope to get a free kill, but I don't know if it's worthwhile to try to take this fight because they don't have armor on either player and they're saving an op. I guess they see an opportunity. It's a bit risky, but I can see why they want to try it.
And they'll try their damnedest. Already up around the lane, nobody facing. We've got Rain just hiding in the back of the site. Hampus, he's clearing all the corners except for the most crucial one. And the moment that happens, you know Twist ejects. That op way too valuable. But a 13th round for FaZe Clan, made scary by the fact that they just fed bodies into Nico. He lets his guard down for a moment, and it almost costs them. I love the chase there from NiP as well, knowing that they had to not allow FaZe to get to the other side of the map because the retake near impossible.
Yeah, it was easily the best play to go and try to suss it out. And yeah, you can see why NiP are tempted to take really risky rounds like that into consideration because they're only on these 7 rounds. FaZe look very strong on this T side, very well rounded, talent showing up. Okay, so what do FaZe want to try this time? I'm enthralled by this FaZe T side. Really cool stuff that we're seeing. They were able to abuse and push that advantage of taking map control to its limits on that last round with that fake. Here's some good damage done by NiP, and they're being a bit more stubborn about holding on to bracket for as long as they can, which is good to see.
Solo B-hold gets smoked off. It's got cross-map smoke from T-ramp. We do have knock drawn over by it. And of course, Plopsky plays in front of it, so he sees that nobody's creeping through just yet. A daunting task to go running through smoke on B. 45 seconds left over, and the bomb still seems to be floating on the opposite side of the map. Options open.
I wonder if B is actually more tempting. It looks like they're doing the exact same strategy to see if they can pull the rotations. I wonder if NiP bit the bite this time. I think this is kind of interesting, but NiP, I mean, they stayed pretty confident last time. Yeah, Twist hasn't moved a muscle. He's doing fine.
Excellent first kill. He's immediately going to reposition into the bomb site, so they know they just have to guard the plant zone for the next 10 seconds, or else FaZe, they've just gone ahead and played themselves. Yeah, they realize there's no chance at getting in here. Had Twist not connected that shot, then maybe they try to just smash themselves against the site. But this wave just fizzles out, and FaZe Clan lose the round.
More than that, it's about Twist not moving. Like he's not only is he not moving, this time he's in a better spot and more confident that the execute's coming. He's not responding at all to the information over on the B site. And credit to the B players if they're the ones corroborating the information that this looks similar to last time, don't move, whatever, because he has limited info on what they're seeing. So nobody freaking out from NiP is what wins them the round. And now that FaZe has been called out, I think they'll lose a bit of confidence in trying to pull off a fake similar to that.
Whether or not they lose confidence, they lose economy, and they lose guns because of it. We just have Cold Zera on the Deagle. No money left over here for FaZe Clan, so that patience, that stability given to them by Twist and his resistance to moving in the last round has given the Ninjas a very real chance on this CT side. But they've got to convert this round. They've got to follow through with what should be easier anti-ecos to follow suit.
Flash.
Plopsky, yeah, flashed and primed.
He's gonna leave.
Get out while you can.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Look at, man, they have basically no grenades left besides these smokes. Yeah, FaZe having to save. This is not the kind of situation you plan for. Saving with 4, barely being able to rebuy grenades, and having a player on just a pistol. They're going to have to make it up on the fly. Where is that incendiary? Plopsky, yeah, he's over on the B side as well. 30 seconds left. This incendiary could change the game.
Just throw that down. T's do have 2 smokes, so they could technically extinguish it, but they've got to make this ultimatum. It's either HP or vision. And as the 20-second mark hits the clock, down goes that Molotov. They are going to decide to just try to play right through it, but the first two skewered by Nuke, Knock, and Plopsky. Down goes Plopsky on the bomb site. There is still time for the plant. 6 seconds. If he gets the spray, then that's it. But no, NiKo still able to put it down. So it's a man advantage up for Ninjas in Pajamas. They've got a player wrapping around the banana, and that's going to put BMAS in a very awkward spot. He has no cover, and the T's, no utilities. One of the two last flashbangs goes up, Brokey taking a player down with him, but a very snappy headshot there from Rez to bring it down, still to the man advantage. Bomb past the halfway point. Hampus, he's gonna round the corner. Again, it's the trade. One and done after one and done, but NiKo, he needs two. And Hampus able to get the frag, but the timing, it's gonna come down to the wire. Instead, it's Ninjas yet again.
Oh man, that fantastic trades, obviously, on the retake. Killing the op on quad is everything, no matter what. Dropping a guy for that frag means nothing. That is the guy who is going to be the most terrifying up until the last kill. Remember Modern Warfare 2? Bimus, no. Bimus was 6 years old when FaZe was founded and had just turned 10 when NiP won their only major. Oh my gosh. Whereas no shortage of stories like this. But man, this game is crazy tight now. We've got these past couple of rounds. It was overall a pretty good hold from NiP, a bit of a flub on that save from FaZe, and that's affected their money a bit here moving into this round. So NiP get back on their feet. There's still enough of a buffer between FaZe and 15 rounds that they can, afford to lose one and still be kind of okay mentally. I feel like 14 is a much scarier number. NiP, huge grenade advantage. And again, we look to their CT side to be better than their T side. Maybe not a 10-5 half better, but of course, there's always time to reach even higher heights.
Oh, yes. Come on. More of that. Jesus. I don't care who, I don't care when, I don't care how.
Oh,
when the Juan Deegs start connecting, it's big stuff. Rez, he's going to get ahead of this. Oh, he drops both the offers and the third. Rez, the one-man hold. All 4 kills here on the lane. Ninjas into the double digits. It looks scary thanks to NiKo, but that one got shut down real quick.
That could have just been the round. If NiKo got that op, they turned that op into another frag from coldzera, and then Rez, he goes lights out. 17 kills on 3 players for NiP, and you want that talent spread out on the CT side because, of course, it's going to come down to the site holds more often than not. Oh, they missed the run boost slightly.
That could have made for a bit of awkward timing, but nobody actually sprints through the apartments or anything wild like that, so they're not punished for missing their boost. We started off with a deep engagement of grenades on B, and now that flashbang over the top of mid. Rez is pinned into this corner. And at any moment, he could peek out into the T's. They throw a smoke past him. A nice flash connects here to the eyes of coldzera, but he fired his gun. They know he's in there. They're going to sop him up with the grenades, and he puts down the smoke. So no Molotov can actually unroot him.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, his spot is still scary. They try to spam him down. Oh, a nice trade from Knock, but okay. Yeah, it's the opening kill for Knock as well.
Yep. That's a little bit awkward. FaZe, they couldn't deal with the player in the cubby, so Ninjas deal with it instead. Oh, awkward timing for that to unfold.
No idea. Oh my God, coldzera's patience.
See if Twist can stand the test of time. No, he ducks out. This is it. This is Ninjas offering a 14th round to FaZe, unless maybe Twist can stop them randomly through the smoke, but that doesn't work out for him either. An awkward situation on Arch side, and I think you nailed it. Hampus did not seem quite ready for that close push on lane.
It's hard to know if the team kill was inconsequential or consequential because you don't know if NiKo would have finished him off before dying. But of course, even if Rez lives there with 1 HP, he's a huge problem for FaZe if they have no APs left. Sitting inside of the smoke, maintaining that crossfire with Knock, it powers Knock up to be able to take peeks that are scary for FaZe. And of course, Rez, since he's got nothing to lose, could potentially peek as well. So yeah, it might have been a very important team kill. We don't really know for sure. But yeah, like coldzera is definitely eyes set on spraying him down no matter what. And yeah, it's an awkward situation. awkward responses, and it's Hampus to get caught off guard icing on the cake there for FaZe Clan. 14 rounds, and it's a double op adjustment here for NiP. I like that. You know, as an emergency adjustment, it's great. Just to fortify sites is great. It's great in all situations, but especially if you can't afford to lose another round, it's going to be your last chance to try something like this. Why not?
Again, early grenades here for FaZe. Chucking them into the apartments, throwing them over mid. That Molotov actually pops between the CTs, and we can see them on the radar getting a little bit flustered there on lane. But really the biggest threat is this B bomb site. So Knock and Plopsky gonna have their hands full.
Ooh.
Hopefully not when the players come around the corner. Plopsky gets his grenade out early, and because of that, it is substantial damage with no threat back the other way.
They don't know about this op.
No, sir, they don't. Knock, he's going to have to hit this first shot and then slip back into the bomb site. He does step one. He is pinned into the second oranges. Molotov starting to burn out his teammates, so they extinguish that with smoke, and now it's going to be the close proximity for Plopsky. He is 8 and 16, and there's an enemy just on the other side, but he goes ahead, drops the bomb, eats the flash, doubles back, and Nico's now behind him. From the new box, Nico tries to swing wide on smoke, but there's so much smoke that they don't know where the CTs have gotten off to. He's gonna take one. And Brokey, well, he just cleared the player off of the coffins. That's gonna make a little bit more space here for the T's. It's a 2 versus 2 post plant, and that bomb goes down behind the fountain. Hampus knows he's over on new box. The CTs with a health advantage, trying to come in from somewhat different angles. And I wonder if Nico's position on Coffin will be enough. No, he dies to the spam. Now Brokey swings wide. Excellent trade frag, but 24 HP. He needs the headshot, and he's not going to find it. It's Ninjas in Pajamas with 11.
One of the highest rated clutch players this year. In Brokey, you'd think he'd be able to pull something like that off. He came close. The health was not to his favor. But damn, a scary round, and it cost NiP their double op setup. Twist has 2 arms, but he can only pick up one of these at one time. Excuse me, Hampus. So yeah, now NiP, they'll be able to recycle this, but that was a pretty messy situation after having such a great start. You know, the smoke down into quad actually makes it so Plopsky can only peek from one side, which severely limits his position. He gets 1 kill, but then gets caught off guard by the player pushing through a smoke. I think he eats a teammate's flash, Rez's flash, when he's there at quad as well. Good timing. Rez's 4K to hold down on A on round 23 was his first of the tournament. His first 4K of the tournament? I find that like hard to believe for some reason. That's insane. Because he's had an extraordinary map already, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, wow. Yeah, I mean, 18 kills on this one, first 4K. Wow, what a stat. Man, 14 to 11. And that one was too close for comfort for NiP. They don't get to fall back on that op again, the second op again. And they have to they're even relegated to FAMASs and UMPs. So this is, you know, FaZe's time to strike. They could really end it here and now.
Look at that 4-man B stack. And then immediate rotation over back towards Twist. He has to run through the Molotov just in case FaZe were right behind it, but they weren't. They've just used their utility a little bit, and they want to double back on Banana. So they will look to regain that control, still with more than a minute up, so plenty of time for them. And they dodge the follow-up frag.
And you saw the risk that Twist took sitting in construction as the smoke came up to try to deny the plant. The player swung in front of him, missed the shot. Scary, man.
Smoke goes down in front of them, but they still seem like they want to charge right through. Oh, BMAS and Nico, both with crucial headshots on this B site. There's no room for Ninjas to deal the damage back. It is executions that make the difference here. Ninjas, they're gonna have to save these weapons. This means FaZe Clan sitting on 15 map and match points for NiP to try and keep themselves in this.
That was a slight miss on the CD smoke on purpose, right? It was to open that up. It like encouraged Plopsy to come to try to spam. Yeah, it denies anybody from being able to do some like flash through antics. And also, yeah, it gave them the advantage to actually just take him out. It was instant, man. That was crazy precision from both those entries. They stood absolutely no chance.
Also prevents anybody from boosting up on wall once the cross isn't initiated. Anything like that completely taken away. So
yeah, they've had one in CT every single round. So it's, yeah, wow, that's a nice Nice round from FaZe. They know when to keep it simple. They know how to play the more strung out rounds that are a bit more complicated, resolve more. And need more cohesion. But there's a situation where the remedy is just to play it simply, press up on the B exec, on the contact play, call out the spots that are being played with that smoke.
Look at the aggression. Ninjas, I love it. They're going to take a risk here, a calculated risk. But now Hampus, ooh, man, almost looked like he was going to get hung out to dry. Instead, he starts hanging up some of these FaZe members. 2 of them down for the count in BMAS and Nico, and those are big scalps to take. Most importantly, Nico. Top fragger for FaZe at the moment, and Twist will now, with a little bit less pressure on him, he connects the op shot. It's the 2 versus 4 attempt for FaZe to close now.
Seems like when Hampus is most comfortable, he's like running down on some kind of flank or aggressive play. And that's insane impact to kick things off. So they don't want to leave it to a situation where it's 5v2 on the B site once again. NiP looked to pick up 12 with this one. But honestly, FaZe have been great at opening up sites. So I wouldn't be surprised if this comes down to a 2v2. Let's see if Rain can help them out with this.
Well, Flopsky's good for the first one. And they have a smoke to put that out. So now Brokey, 1v4, my dude. Ooh, gut punch on the first one, but Nock responds as fast as he has to. His 19th frag secures Ninjas their 12th round.
Yeah, that was a bit scary, too. They only had the 2 pistols. I didn't even notice that from NiP. They absolutely needed Hampus to get both those frags. Keeps them alive in this match. 3 rounds to go for OT if it's possible. FaZe, have they got any more tricks? NiP, I wonder if it's still on their mind that they want to be able to try to get the 5v4 first. Because these B-side takes are getting scarier and scarier.
Ooh, had a chance there for Nock. Not an easy shot. Not at all, but deep banana control given over to the Ninjas. FaZe Clan could decide to execute forward, but Twist, he's inside the boiler with an op. That's the 5 versus 4. Now Hampus, he's fully flashed. Still able to deal up 2 kills yet again. It's coldzera and Brokey this time in the 2v4. They've still got their bomb, and they've got the CT split. Twist plays on the bomb site, and Rez, well, he just crossed over to pit. coldzera, he's kind of sniffing this one out. He saw the smoke go over towards apartments, and he's just trying to creep this in. He heard that scope. He absolutely knows that the opper's in the middle of the bomb site, but the big question is, will Rez swing wide when the time comes? If they dodge the arch player, then it is very much just a 2 versus 2. However, the crossfire is what favors the CTs initially, and coldzera, he's good for the first one, and Brokey goes down. Rez, nice trade frags, crucial 2K, and a 13th now for Ninjas. 2 more to go if they want OT.
Beautiful spray control from Rez on that hold, man. Yeah, and as you pointed out, coldzera had to line up the perfect pre-fire on the op. I mean, knowing the op is there is one thing, but the op, you know he's looking at lane, waiting for this peak. Winning the duel is another story. But it looks like we've still got some life in NiP already, basically within 1 rifle round of bringing this to OT. Almost a full-on Glock save. Rain, the only one to upgrade a gun. Still scary on these ecos. And I mean, damage dealt actually matters, I think, for the buy next round for NiP if it's significant. But now it's a very, very tense situation. OT looks very real. NiP look like they're adapting to FaZe adapting to them in the beginning of the second half.
We've seen this from FaZe Clan, that single P250. It's more often on coldzera than anybody else, but it seems like Rain has been tasked with it this time. And Twist to manage the 5-man mowdown, but it looks like Rain will connect with that upgraded pistol, the only upgraded pistol. And what's wild about this situation is now not only do they they can't pick up the gun. Excuse me.
Yeah, they have it in line of sight, so it's a bit scary. At least, where Twist dies in the middle of Moto, they can't try to grab it without risking dying.
Yeah. I mean, they have the CTs awkwardly split, but that's it.
Yeah, it did seem like they gave up middle of the map control with the... Oh my god, they'll go and grab it now, right?
Yeah, and Hampus, he's going to take early damage. Hampus, he comes up empty-handed. 4 Glocks
God,
and a
like
P250. Rez falling to just the standard stock pistol. We have Plopsky in knock in a crucial 2 versus 3 retake. This looked like a 30-round game at least. Maybe even a chance for the Ninjas to force OT. But now FaZe Clan, again, 1 P250 have managed this bomb plant. Plopsky, he's going to see the barrel of the Opera, but he gets caught in the crossfire, and Knock, he's going to have to do everything. He knows he's in no man's land. BMAS seals the deal, and FaZe Clan out of nowhere with just that 1 pistol. They overwhelm Twist, and it's all theirs from there.
Oh my God, to lose like that. They get eliminated from DreamHack Masters on a round with 4 Glocks and 1 P250. That is such a shame based on what we saw. I can't believe FaZe were able to pull that off. They definitely looked great in that second half. I mean, it was an extraordinary performance from both sides. It's great that it went the distance in this third map, but man, to lose to Glocks, oh my God.
4 Glocks and a P250. Let that one sink in. That just goes to show you the depth of FaZe talent. They can get it done no matter the tools for the job. But yeah, that is kind of a very defeating feeling for NiP to be eliminated by that of all things. So FaZe Clan move forward into the lower bracket round 4, where they will face Navi. The winner of that match goes on to play big, and then the winner of that one will meet G2 in the finals. So still lots of European action coming up, but not today. What we have next, of course, is Furia versus 100 Thieves. So please join our analysts after the break. They'll unpack this entire series, and we'll see you guys there for the next match.
Hey, it's me, Lily from AT&T. I'm back, working from home, and here to help.
Hey, Lily, I'm hearing a lot about 5G. Should I be getting excited?
Depends. Are you gonna want faster speeds?
I will.
More reliability?
Oh, also yes.
Better response times?
Definitely.
Are you gonna be making sourdough bread?
Oh, is that 5G related?
No, it's just like, why is everyone making sourdough now? But yes, you're gonna want 5G.
AT&T is building 5G on America's best network. Visit att.com to learn more.
Summer ocean, it sets you free. Summer ocean, it's where I'll be, floating down the wide open sea. 'Cause where in the world would I rather be than summer ocean? Dreams are made of. Fly to the ocean, I I love, ocean I love, the ocean I love, ocean I love, ocean I love.
FaZe Clan take the series 2-1, and on Inferno it was getting close. We were seeing NiP try to make a comeback, but they end up losing to the Glocks. That is not the way they want to see it go down after trying to make their way back into this game and make it competitive and go all the way. But FaZe Clan will secure the victory. They will continue to move on. And I may as well just get this out of the way. Oh, Pimp, you were right. Okay, yes. Little celebration for you. The Swedes will hate you some more. Our producer will try to kill you probably. Maybe just get rid of you because we don't want you around too much longer. We'll wait till you go down. Just get axed about this, you know.
NiP kind of did that to themselves, didn't they? I think this game was about as close as it could get without going to OT. I think the first half, despite FaZe Clan getting off with a good lead right here, NiP were in charge. They were up 5-1, and there was it like 3 or 4 1-versus-1 clutches? They ended up losing 3 of them. It was like a very close first half where FaZe, unfortunately for NiP's sake, won the majority of those clutches. It gave them a big enough cushion sort of to finish out the game. And the way NiP lost here in the very last round, that is just, losing to 4 Glocks and a P250. That's going to sting and that's going to feel super, super sad, especially when you consider that that's it for NiP. They are out of the tournament.
Yeah, they're out, but it was a good enough run, right? Something they can at least be impressed with, considering the changes they had to go through. Bringing in a new system, changing game leader, certainly not something easy to do at a stage like this throughout the tournament.
Yeah, all things considered, I mean, NiP, I think they could be proud of their achievement here and their standing. This one's going to hurt, obviously, when they're going to watch the VOD and realize what rounds they've dropped, the clutches they've lost. The last round, needless to mention it, obviously, that's going to be a source of great disappointment. But I just want to give props to Nico. And, Pimp actually, he predicted that Nico would have a great performance, and he really did. And I'm talking about not only the stats, just in terms of opening kills, he was involved in 11. He won 7 out of 11's duel. He was smack in the middle of the fight. On the CT side, he was the main reason why FaZe did that great comeback. On the B side, always going in for the flashes, always going in for the kills. He was absolutely magnificent. A great game from Nico, and it's been a while since I had seen the grand Nico just take over, and it feels good to be reminded of it.
Yeah, that's the Nico you need to see, right? When a FaZe is trying to find themselves, trying to get the things together here, and they'll have another step to go forward. But I got to question it with you guys: is how far can this FaZe lineup go? And I guess Pimp, I'm going to start with you on this because you're the one who went for him with this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they can go a far way. When you look at the players, you look at the pedigree, you look at the experience they have. When you have coldzera and Nico on the same team, of course, it's a team that should be competing to be one of the best teams out there. That being said, though, my biggest hurdle, and I think that'll be the forever problem I have with FaZe Clan, is that I don't want Nico to be the in-game leader. I don't want him to have that responsibility. I know he's sharing that role a little bit with coldzera. I know that they're trying to even it out, maybe a joint role, but Nico is, to me, a guy that can be the best player in the world if he's given, the opportunity and if he's giving the right tools around him to make it work. And that's not going to happen if he's the in-game leader. So FaZe Clan, they could be good, and FaZe Clan could definitely be a team that, occasionally can win a tournament, constantly be the dark horse, I guess, for a victory against the best team in the world. But consistently being the best or top 2 team, I don't see it happening until they find the perfect in-game leader for their lineup, which I don't think they have yet. So, as I've said plenty of times before, FaZe Clan, they're one good lineup chance away from being really, really good.
Well, let's take a look at our bracket and see where we're at with all of this for now, because FaZe do march on another step forward. And at least for now, right, they've got another chance to seal the deal. But it's going up against the Na'Vi, and, well, we saw what Simple could do today, right? He woke back up.
Yeah, I feel I'm so biased right now because you asked the question, can FaZe get a step further? In my head, I'm thinking, nope, they can't. Nope, they're going to face Simple, so they won't. So I know I'm a little bit biased. I'm always a little bit under the shock of what Simple did. No, this FaZe clan looks interesting. I echo Londer's sentiment during the cast when he said, their T side is actually great. They've come in with ideas, they have the executes, they have some protocols that are interesting to see. It's not just brawly CS and hoping for the kills and close your eyes and pray. It wasn't really like that. They had a plan, so this is an interesting side of FaZe considering how young this roster is. But still, I do believe Na'Vi will be too big of a challenge. Needless, not even mentioning simple, just Na'Vi as a team and where they're at right now and their evolution, their standing. It might just be it for FaZe, but that still is a great achievement. That's still a great standing for FaZe right now.
And when we're looking at what FaZe have, right, we talk about BMAS a lot coming into this, but I'd say one player maybe we didn't see enough from today, and what we usually can rely on is Brokey in there. He seemed to be the kind of one that was lost at times.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I still think he found a decent amount of impact, especially in the clutches. I think he was doing very well in those scenarios, and he's been doing good in FaZe Clan when it comes to the clutch scenarios. But I agree. Again, when you bring in a guy like BMS, when you have a guy like Rain, who is, he's good, but he's not the same Rain he was 2 or 3 years ago. You need some more fighting power. You need somebody to help out coldzera and NiKo, especially when they have to focus on calling as well. So I've said it plenty of times, if FaZe Clan want to be the best team in the world, either Brokey got to step it up to a level we haven't seen yet, BMS got to be that new superstar they're slowly but surely molding, or we need to see a roster change that can release NiKo or coldzera for that matter to be the best player in the world. Because FaZe Clan, they have a lot of skill and they have a lot of, they're getting more and more structure as well, let's say, when you see them play. But I don't think it's enough until they get that player who's going to take the next step. Whether that's going to be BMS, whether that's going to be Brokey, or maybe even NiKo is just going to, go straight to the roof, being an in-game leader and being the best player in the world. Who knows? But somebody got to step it up a little notch more for me to believe that FaZe have what it takes to be the very best.
Yeah, it really is. And another thing I want to touch on here when we're looking at this FaZe lineup, I know, Mainak, you're saying you think it's going to be Na'Vi the whole way through. It definitely works out for your predictions and mine if we get that kind of come into it. But I would love to see FaZe Clan go up against Big again, because that matchup for me was definitely just FaZe were not in the right space. They were not in the right frame of mind, because it was like a complete different FaZe to what we've seen across the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, it is very likely that if these two teams were to match again, we'd have a different a different outcome. I'm not saying that Big would never win, because that's not where my head's at, but it would definitely be a much closer game, because FaZe wouldn't get caught off guard. I think the Big do rely heavily on anti-strat and preparation, not just creating strat, but molding your strategies just to punish the enemy. That's something that they've done very, very well over time. So if you FaZe and that's coming, there would be a different way. Now, I just want to point out, I'm saying Na'Vi should win all the way, and I do mean it, but I've said it before. With the players that are in the FaZe lineup, the ego that's in play, when you're a champion, it's in you. It's really deep in your blood. You feel it. Players like NiKo, like coldzera, they might have something to say about it.
Well, we best pick up this magical phone. We best get ourselves in. It's Yanko joining us after that one, and well, we managed to seal the deal in quite a good way there, Yanko. The first thing I wanted to ask you, though, is more around just the lineup at the moment. Is how difficult has it been to try and get BMAS in and fit him in, and also be playing such tough composition early on?
I think it's been extremely difficult for both him and us. I mean, he's such a young player. He's just 16 years old. I mean, I cannot imagine how it is for him, to have to step in and play with teammates like the players we have and against the opposition, that we have to play against. That being said, I think he has performed really, really well. I think he's been doing a great job for us. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to do a lot of things, to get things done in such a short period of time, but we didn't really have any choice. We have a lot of tournaments coming up, important tournaments as well. So we're just really trying to do our best right now and see what we can do.
Yanko, can you try to explain to us and the viewers out there a little bit about how it works when it comes to in-game leading in FaZe Clan? I guess NiKo is the designated in-game leader, but coldzera helps out a lot as well. Rain may have input. Is it more like a joint role, or is it still NiKo leading the team?
To be perfectly honest, NiKo has majority of control, and he does the majority of the talking in the team. Cold helps out mostly on the CT side. That's where he, especially on some maps, has a lot of say and is basically even directing the whole CT side. And on T side, it mostly comes when he has some idea, when something happens on his side of the map, he gets a read on how the opponents are playing, and then he says, okay, I think this is a weakness that we can exploit, or I maybe take a timeout and step in and say what we can do. But for the majority of the time, it's NiKo doing the leading.
If I'm not mistaken, next up you will face Na'Vi. How do you feel about their performance right now, their shape? How do you fancy your chances against them?
Well, I saw Simple had an insane game today, so that always helps. But other than that, we really like the matchup, not in a sense of, oh, we think we're much better than them, just like, I think it's been a really good matchup every time we played. It's been like, the games have been really fun, really close, really intense. I think that's why we're all like doing this for games like that. And even in this charity tournament, you know, yes, it was, you know, for a good cause. It wasn't like super serious, but you could tell like both teams were still, you know, trying to win when the games were close, and in the end it was a close series again. So I think we're just looking forward to that duel, so to speak. I think it's a sort of a healthy rivalry that we have right now. So yeah, looking forward to that game.
Janko, it's not a secret that you guys are, I would say, building for the future at the moment, bringing in young prospects in terms of Brokey and also now Bemes. Now, looking at 2020, it's been a difficult year, I guess, for everyone with the whole Corona situation. When you look back at 2020 going into 2021, where do you see you guys finish this year? Like, what is acceptable for you guys to be at? Is that a top 5? Is that a top 2? Is that a tournament win? What is the overall goal for you guys in 2020?
To be honest, like, the goal is to be number 1. I mean, that's the only goal that you can have, and it's the only goal that we have. Where we will end up, I have no idea, because I have no idea how the circuit will look like. Like, this period, I know it's been difficult for us, but it's taken a big toll on us, especially. I know for the players it's, you know, difficult as well to play under the circumstances, the sheer amount of games, no days off, no ability to, you know, boot camp even now, to be together. Like, it's just a completely different feeling, and it sucks. It sucks a lot. But I mean, we're still thankful for the opportunity to be able to play, especially in the last couple of months, like where you know, people were getting fired and everything like that. We can still compete, play for prize money, and all of that. So yeah, it's been difficult, and I cannot really predict how things are going to go. We're just hoping that sooner the conditions will be safe enough that we can go back to normal, so to speak, go back to LAN play, see each other, be together. And I think when that happens, our performance is going to go way up.
Janko, thank you very much for your time, my friend. Go off and enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you guys real soon. Good luck versus Na'Vi.
Thanks, guys. Stay safe, guys. Thank you.
You too.
Janko, they're always giving us the good answers when it comes to it, right? And it is difficult, not just the times we're in, but what they're having to do with players, trying to work on things, trying to fit everything in terms of actually improving. And I think that's the main thing, right? When we're looking at the amount of games we have, it's teams struggling to actually be able to improve, make these adjustments. I think that's the most difficult thing right now.
Yeah, listen, the switch from, I mean, I want to say the forced switch from offline to mainly online Counter-Strike has come with challenges. But you know what? Enough of my shenanigans. I think we have someone else on the phone.
Let's bring him in. We got Threat from NiP. Threat, how you doing, my man? I know the series didn't go too well for yourself, but we're still seeing such good results come out of NiP, and it's with very little time. So in a sense, you must still be very proud.
Yeah, I'm very proud of the boys. I mean, our map pool is very shallow right now, obviously. Sorry, is my microphone working? I heard a lot of production in my ears.
What he's trying to say, I'm sure what he's trying to say right now is that he's super positive.
Okay, so apparently now I hear myself with a delay, so it's super awkward as well. So I'm interrupting myself all the time. Okay, I will actually remove my headphones. Okay. No, I'm not interrupted by anyone. Okay, so I'm going to talk to the NiP fans. Thank you for being with us through these very tough times. Maybe not tough, but it's very intense times, rather. Our map pool right now is very shallow because we haven't had any time to prepare. I think we'll get there in time. I think it's a very good sign that we can get these results versus Vitality, versus Astralis and FaZe, even though they're playing with a stand-in. With so little depth in our playbook. I think Campus is doing a great job trying to go for the very aggressive plays, and now we just need to find our depth into defaults. And after that, I think we can definitely aim for the top 5 in the world.
Threat, thank you very much, my man. We have to deal with technical issues. We got no idea what's going on. We had Maniac in a box, but we got to go straight to a break. We're going to be changing things up once again. We got no time to waste. We got more games coming up, and we are getting an upper bracket final match between Furia and 100 Thieves. Don't miss it.